Plenty of gasless MIG welders advertise big amp numbers and duty cycles that don't hold up once you're running a real bead. Some feed wire smoothly and handle thicker steel. Others overheat or spatter like crazy. Let's sort out which ones are worth your money and which one fits your work. Let's get into it. Starting off at number 5, we've got the DURATECH 125 amp flux-core welder. Is a machine this small and this cheap even worth a spot? For me, it is, and here's why. It's about the most portable entry into gasless welding you'll find, 10.5 pounds. That's it. You can carry this out to the trailer, the fence line, or the far corner of the shop with one hand. It runs on standard 110-volt household power, so no special outlet, no drama. For farm repairs and quick outdoor jobs, that matters a lot. What I actually like here is the control setup. You get infinite voltage and infinite wire feed speed, not those clunky fixed tap settings. That means you can dial the arc in properly instead of fighting between two presets. On thin steel, that difference shows up as less burn-through and cleaner wire feed. It runs an IGBT inverter too, which is why it stays this light. At 125 amps, it'll handle mild steel up to about 3/16 of an inch. Think auto panels, brackets, light fabrication, small gate work. It takes 0.030 and 0.035 flux-core wire, which is easy to find anywhere. Now, let's talk about where it gives ground. This is flux-core only, no gas conversion. So you're living with more spatter and slag to chip off than a gas setup. And on a small budget unit like this, don't expect a heavy duty cycle. Push it on a long continuous weld and it'll want to cool down. That's just physics at this size and price. So who's this really for? A beginner learning to lay a bead, or someone who needs a grab-and-go machine for occasional repairs? It's not a shop workhorse for all-day fabrication, and it doesn't pretend to be. Judged for what it is, a light, simple, truly portable starter, it earns this spot honestly. If that sounds like the kind of tool your garage is missing, the link is in the description. Number 4 on the list is the ARCCAPTAIN 165 amp welder, and this one flips the whole idea of gasless on its head, because it's not gasless only, it's a 4-in-1. Gas MIG, flux-core, stick, and lift TIG, all in one box you can carry with one hand. For me, the headline here is the dual voltage. It runs on standard 110 for light garage work, then you switch it over to 220 when you need to push thicker steel or lay a longer bead. That flexibility is rare at this size. You're not locked into one outlet. Now the flux-core side is what earns it a spot in this ranking. 165 amps handles mild steel up to about 3/16 of an inch. Auto panels, brackets, small trailer repairs, farm fixes. And the semi-synergic control does a lot of the thinking for you. You tell it the wire and thickness, it sets the voltage and wire feed close to right. For someone still learning to dial in an arc, that saves a lot of wasted wire. Here's the pattern I trust. Owners keep saying the arc runs smooth once it's set, in both MIG and flux-core, and that they got a usable bead fast out of the box. When that many people land on the same thing, it's real. Watch this one though. The duty cycle is 60%, and that's fine for hobby pacing, but push it on a long continuous weld, and it'll want to cool. The included ground clamp and leads are also on the light side. A lot of people swap the clamp for something beefier and never look back. And the TIG is lift-start DC only, so it's fine for basic steel, but it's not your machine if TIG is your main game. Judged for what it is, a compact, versatile dual-voltage unit for home and light shop work, it delivers a lot for the footprint. The link is in the description. Number 3 on the list is the BESTMIG 145 amp welder. And yes, it's another 4-in-1. But the reason it lands here is different from the last one. What caught my eye is everything that comes in the box. You get the welder, sure, but also an auto-darkening helmet, gloves, the MIG torch, ground clamp, and a couple of starter spools of flux-core and solid wire. For someone setting up a first station, that means you plug in and weld the same day. No shopping list, no waiting on parts. On the numbers, it runs dual voltage, 110 for light garage work, 220 when you want to push thicker steel. It'll handle mild steel up to about 3 millimeters, so trailer repairs, brackets, gate work, auto panels. The synergic control does the math for you. You set the wire and the thickness, and it dials the voltage and wire feed close to right. For a beginner, that cuts down on wasted wire early on. And if this video is helping you sort through these, a quick subscribe really supports the channel and helps us keep the comparisons coming. The LCD screen is a small thing that I like more than expected. You can read your amps and volts in bright sun without lifting the helmet. On outdoor jobs, that's genuinely handy. Here's the trade-off. They call it a lift TIG machine, but the TIG torch isn't in the box, so that mode costs you extra before you can even use it. And BESTMIG is a budget brand, so parts and support aren't as easy to lean on as the bigger names. worth factoring in. Still, for the flux-core work this list is built around, you're getting a smooth arc, low spatter, and a full kit under one price. That's a lot of welder for the footprint. The link is in the description. Number 2 on the list is the ANDELI 135 amp 3-in-1 welder. And what pulls it this high isn't just the process count, it's the pulse. Most budget flux-core machines run a plain arc. This one adds pulse to the flux-core side, and that's the part I care about. Pulse means a smoother, more controlled arc, less heat dumped into thin steel, and cleaner bead formation. On auto panels and light sheet, that shows up as less warping and less spatter to chip off later. It runs dual voltage, 110 for garage work and 220 when you want more punch. It'll handle mild steel up to about 3/16 of an inch, and takes 0.030 up to 0.040 flux-core wire. There's also adjustable inductance, so you can tune the arc softness and knock spatter down even further. That's a level of control you don't always get at this size. Now the weight, 9 pounds. This is one of the lightest multi-process units you'll come across, and it still packs a full kit in the box: the helmet, gloves, torch, and clamp. Plug in and weld the same day. Here's what comes up again and again in reviews. People say it runs surprisingly well on 110, handling small truck and trailer jobs without complaint. When that many owners land on the same thing, I trust it. The trade-off sits in the numbers. That 135 amp ceiling and the duty cycle mean this is a light-duty machine, not a production one. Push a long, continuous weld on thick steel, especially on 110, and it'll want a cooling break. The lift TIG is there too, but the torch is sold separately, so plan for that if TIG is part of your work. Judge for what it is: a light, versatile, dual-voltage unit with a genuinely cleaner arc than most in its class. It belongs right up here. That better arc is what makes the money worth it. The link is in the description. Before we reveal our number 1, be sure to check out the description below for the freshest deals on each of these items. And at number 1, taking the top spot, the ARCCAPTAIN 200 amp 6-in-1. This is the machine that pulls everything on the list together and pushes the ceiling higher. Back at number 4, we had the smaller ARCCAPTAIN. This is the bigger brother, and the jump matters. 200 amps on flux-core means you're welding mild steel up to about 5/16 of an inch in multiple passes. That's real fabrication territory, not just patchwork. Brackets, trailer frames, farm equipment, off-road builds. It handles the jobs the lighter units make you fight. It runs dual voltage, 110 for the garage and 220 when you want the full punch. And the synergic control does the heavy thinking. You tell it your wire size and gas. It sets the current and wire feed close to right. For dialing in a clean arc without wasting a spool learning, that's genuinely useful. 6-in-1 is the headline. GASMIG, gasless flux-core, stick, lift TIG, spot, and aluminum through an optional spool gun. One box instead of a bench full of machines. Here's the pattern that convinces me. Owners keep landing on the same word: value. People describe getting a pile of repairs done across different processes without reaching for another welder. When that many buyers agree, I trust it over any spec sheet. Two honest trade-offs though. The aluminum runs on DC through a spool gun, so it's fine for repairs and light fab, but it's not high-end AC Taigi cosmetic work. And that spool gun and the Taigi torch aren't in the box, so budget for them if those modes are your plan. Also, treat this as a serious hobby and small shop machine, not a 24-hour production workhorse. Push a long continuous bead on thick steel and the duty cycle will ask for a cooling break. For the money, this does more under one handle than anything else here. That's why it closes the list at the top. The link is in the description. Now you can tell what holds up from what falls short. If you're on a tight budget and just need a grab and go for repairs, number 5. If you want the cleanest arc for the money on thin steel, number 2. And if you want real fabrication power that handles thicker steel across every process, number 1. Amazon prices go up and down. Check them in the links in the description.